So this is my first bag review since getting rid of 75% of my bag collection. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I go through my reasons and how I picked my final 11 survivors. These 11 bags that I'm going to use as my North Star to judge all future bag reviews against. So the first one, ever since going through that process and unloading 75% of my bags, is this 30-liter Tolaccea Daypack. This is designed to be a travel backpack, although it's still slightly bigger than personal item dimensions. It measures in at 18.9 inches tall, so that's 0.9 inches over the limit, but I definitely still think you could get away with it as a personal item, and it would definitely fit under the seat, especially on domestic airlines. It's 11.41 inches across, and it's 8.66 inches thick. It's made from a recycled PET nylon, so it feels pretty nice as far as the materials go. It's definitely got weatherproofing, but it's not one of those super high-end recycled nylons. I'm not really sure of the denier or anything. They just call it a recycled PET material. It's got a 30-liter stated capacity. Its tech sleeves support up to a 16-inch laptop and up to a 13-inch tablet. There's a hidden AirTag pocket, as well as YKK AquaGuard zippers throughout. When it comes to the overall look of this bag, I like this light blue color. It's nice to see a non-black backpack, and this is a good alternative if you need something to add a little bit of color or panache to your collection. You may want something that looks like this. But for me personally, the looks of it are not exactly my taste. It looks almost like a middle schooler or high schooler's backpack, or something that a young dad or young mom would use. I'm not saying that's bad, I'm just saying it's not really for me. So with my new framework of videos, I'm going to take each of these bags that I review, and at the end of the video, I'm going to give them a score. They'll be judged on aesthetics, materials, organization, and value, and then that will all add up to a final KGDS score, or Keep, Gift, Donate, Sell. Based on that score, I'll also list its competitors, so which bags I'm measuring it against, and then I'll give a final verdict if I consider it a survivor or I consider it deleted. Let's take a closer look. So I have this bag loaded out with an example 1 week personal item only travel loadout. It's got everything I would need for the trip, and we can go through all the features once the bag is emptied out. So let's see how I have it loaded out first. So you have this nice little compartment on the front that has a cinch strap on it. And this is a nice exterior pocket. It's not going to give you a ton of waterproofing, but it's the perfect place to put things like an umbrella, a hat, your gloves, or in my case, barefoot sandals from Zero Shoes. These are the Zero Shoes Z-Trails, my favorite little flat sandals. They're barefoot. And there's enough volume in this pocket to fit any kind of bulky gear, and then you can easily cinch it away and pull the strap tight. So I think that's a pretty cool little exterior pocket. And then you have the little Tolaccea logo down here that actually is like a little air channel. So air is able to escape here. Sand, dust, water could escape. So you could easily put like a wet bathing suit in here and allow it to dry through this little valve. And it's also the Tolaccea logo. So I always kind of like that in terms of their design. You have these ladder attachment points here if you wanted to put carabiners or put any kind of tools through these little loops. You have that ability there. You have two side water bottle pockets that are pretty big. In this first one, I have my Clean Canteen TK wide. And as you can see, there's also these little cinch straps on the side. And I just have it looped through here for security, so I can pull that out. TK wide fits in here well. There's a nice little elastic give here, so you can fit really large water bottles. This is a big water bottle, and it fits in there beautifully. As to the cinch straps, they kind of remind me of the ones on the Seg 28 from Matador, how they're kind of this X pattern, and it's like a little loop that you can grab and cinch down. You all know my feelings on cinch straps. I think they're pointless and I hate them. But if you're someone that uses them, they might be helpful to hold a tripod in place here or hold your water bottle or even just cinch the bag down if it's really loaded out. I would prefer that they didn't exist, but it still functions well enough. So we can unclip that. On the other side, we have the same kind of cinch strap. You can see it and you just pull it taut like this and it kind of has that X loop pattern. Not a bad looking cinch strap, but just something that I never personally need. So I'll unclip that. And in this water bottle pocket, I just have my Bellroy Laneway sunglasses pocket. Nice little padded pocket with a grab handle and a nice zipper. And you can fit 2 pairs of glasses inside. I have my driving glasses and my sunglasses. So that fits well in the other water bottle pocket because I never bring 2 water bottles or anything. Then on this side, you also have a little hidden stash pocket. And I think this is more dedicated for just your keys because that's where the key leash is. So I just have my keys hooked on there. You could also put other stuff in here like your passport, wallet, cell phone, whatever you want. But because the key leash is here, this is a nice little dedicated key leash pocket. Not a bad place. I always like these little dedicated stash pockets, so I don't have a problem with that. When it comes to the carry system, it's a pretty nice carry system. Nice beefy carry straps. They look nice with the blue. 2 little attachment points here for carabiners or flashlights or like a bike light or something. You have this bright orange color for the elastic on the sternum strap, and the sternum strap's on a rail system, but it's one of those rail systems that can easily pop off, so it's not my favorite type of rail system for a sternum strap. I just feel like these have popped off on the almond oak bag. I had a lot of trouble with this style of sternum strap. So if this is really loaded out, just be careful that this doesn't pop off. It's a decent enough sternum strap otherwise though. Has a nice little clip to it. The clip even has a little emergency whistle in it, which is a cool little touch. I always kind of like when companies do that. But there's no strap keeper on this sternum strap, so this long strap is just going to kind of dangle down. Not my favorite. It's easily adjustable, but again, no strap keepers on the straps at the bottom either, although you have 2 other attachment points here if you wanted to slide some stuff in or a carabiner. So there's a lot of attachment versatility as far as the straps go. They're pretty comfortable. Padded mesh on one side, pretty chunky, and they look nice overall. You have a really padded mesh back panel here that's really comfortable against your back. It's very large. It has some aeration to it. And then you have a luggage pass-through. It's in the orientation I don't love, where you have to put the bag sideways, but I don't even use luggage pass-throughs, so it's kind of inconsequential to me. Just something to note if that's something that matters to you. Nice little grab handle here. It's just kind of a padded, doubled up nylon, easy to grab, nice way to carry it briefcase style or move it around. And then you have a discreet handle at the top. I like that it doesn't bow out too much. You can grab this bag easily from your trunk or an overhead compartment. There's enough room to fit your hand in. It's padded enough for my taste. If we move on to this front quick access pocket, you can see this little Tolaccea logo up here. It's pretty discreet, although it's pretty bright, but it doesn't really bother me. It's not a bad logo. I don't mind it, honestly. Under these YKK AquaGuard zippers, you can see the quick access pocket here. So on the front flap of it, you actually have this little non-zipper kind of tuck-away pocket made of mesh. In there, I've got my Human Gear Go Cup. I've got my Human Gear utensil set. And my nano bag. And you could fit other stuff in here, and it's just an easy way to not waste this space. Then you have 2 slide pockets here that are a decent soft material. I have my cell phone, my proof wallet. And you could fit other things like battery backups or whatever in there. Then the volume in this pocket is pretty large. You can fit pouches in there. I've just got my personal medical kit, my Tough Possum med pouch. So overall, this is a really nice, fairly large admin / quick access pocket. Has nice gussets up here so it doesn't just flap open all willy-nilly. And it's a really easy to use pocket. I think it's well designed. Then we can get to the main clamshell compartment. It opens about 3/4 clamshell, not all the way down, because it's kind of stopped by these water bottle pockets and this quick access pocket in the front. It also has the YKK AquaGuard zippers. So if you unzip that, you get into the main compartment here. And in the beaver tail, there's a really large mesh pocket that goes pretty far down. It's about this long. I just have my Lockbee field folio, my journal and note-taking setup. Then in the main compartment, I have my Civic Access Pouch 0.5. this little small tech pouch from Evergoods. Love this thing. I have my Belroy hanging toiletry kit for all my toiletries. And I have this large grams 28 packing cube with a week's worth of clothes in it. And if we look at the interior of this pocket, besides the big mesh pocket you have on the beaver tail, you've also got some internal organization. So you have almost this like water bottle pocket or large stretchy mesh pocket on the inside if you wanted to carry a water bottle on the inside, or something else like a rain jacket or an umbrella or something you wanted to slip on the inside of this pocket. Then you have a zipper pocket on the other side, which is kind of nice. So there's a lot of nice organization in here. Then you have this little mesh pocket that stretches out in the back here in front of the tablet sleeve. And that allows you to put things like your chargers or other things in this like flat, stretchy mesh pocket. Then you have the tablet sleeve, like I said, fits up to a 13-inch tablet. Nice padded, you see. Yep, it's got a false bottom. Then you have this really padded laptop sleeve that fits up to a 16-inch laptop up here. And that also has a nice false bottom. So it's overall a really protective sleeve. My only issue with this is if I was using it for a travel bag, I much prefer to have a separate laptop pocket. I know it takes up less space if you're not bringing a laptop to have it inside the compartment, but if I'm going through TSA, it's much easier to get to it if there's external access to this pocket, so I would definitely prefer it that way. Overall, the interior compartment is pretty nice though. It can fit all your tech, it can fit all of your different pouches and gear, and it has enough organization to be useful and customizable. So we've looked at the specs, but now it's time for the ultimate test. Does this bag deserve a spot in the collection? To find out, we're putting it up against the current gatekeeper of this category in the 11, the Air CityPack Pro 2 Ballistic Nylon, as well as the Pioneer Panda Pack. Let's break down the KGDS score. To earn a spot, a bag needs to be as close to a perfect 10 as possible. Here's how the Tolaccea performed. Aesthetics, 0.5 out of 2.5. Does it fit the visionswell look, or is it just noise? To me, this looks like something like a Walmart backpack or something that a dad would wear or a kid in middle school, elementary school. It's not hideous, but it's definitely not a vibe. Materials, 2 out of 2.5. Is it built to actually do stuff, or will it fail in 6 months? I think it's built pretty well. There was some loose stitching throughout, and overall, not the most premium of nylon materials, but I still think a 2 out of 2.5 is fair because it's built fairly well. Organization, 1 out of 2.5. Is the layout intentional, or is it overcomplicated? I really don't like that the laptop compartment is within the main compartment. I never really like that in bags. And I really hate the cinch straps. Value, 1.5 out of 5. Does the performance justify the price tag? I honestly don't really know the price tag of this because it was supposed to go live today, and the link is in the description below, as well as a coupon code if you want a discount on it. But the price wasn't yet listed, so I'm not entirely sure what the price is going to be on this. I think because of the loose stitching and some of the organizational elements, I gave it some points off as far as its value, because based on Tolaccea's previous price points, there's other bag brands like a Cabin Zero, a TomTok, a Neo Smart, or things like that that are in this lower budget price point and have a lot better value when it comes to the materials, organization, as well as aesthetics. So that brings the total KGS score to 5 out of 10. The score is one thing, but the reality of the hooks on my wall is another. This bag was fighting for the personal item backpack throne. It's a great bag, but it's not a better bag than the Air CityPack Pro 2 Ballistic Nylon or the Pioneer Panda Pack. I'm sticking to my word. I'm not keeping gear just to have it. Final verdict, deleted. This one is exiting the collection. I'm not saying that this is a bad bag, and there are people who could get use out of this. If you're a backpacker and you don't care about style, this could be useful for you. If you're a middle school, high school student, or someone that's just going to school, this could be a useful book bag for you. Or if you're a parent, a dad, a mom, someone that needs to carry a bunch of their kids' stuff, this could be a useful bag for you. As of right now, the 11 remains unchanged. Own your gear. Don't let it own you. Keep your gear doing stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.